Yes, the good thing about it is I'm recording this class. Good evening, everybody. My name is actually God's Power Agent. I'm a life coach and I'm actually a Forex trader. To the glory of God, this is what I do to help people in the financial market to trade successfully so that there won't be any means of failure. You see, when you're a successful trader, to the glory of God, you'll be happy, you'll be pleased with yourself. Like you see yourself making money, you are making transfers into your bank and it's going well. So, thank you. Let's quickly go into the scheme of work and see what we have for today. For today, this is what I'll be dealing with. I'll be dealing with introduction to Forex trading. I'll now talk about exchange rates. We'll now go into fundamental analysis. Then after that, I'll now dive into technical analysis. Are you with me? So today's class, now, the reason why I had to simplify this course to this point is because I want it to be so easy for people. Whether you have whether you have 50% knowledge of Forex, whether you have 0%, whether you have no idea at all, like you don't know anything about it. If you come with me, you start from the scratch, you understand it from the bottom. Are you with me? You understand it from the scratch. So let's start. Let me share my screen with you and see what we have. So now, this is it. What's Forex? Forex is known as FX, and it's the largest financial market where currencies are bought, sold, and exchanged for one another. Unlike stock markets, it has no centralized exchange and transactions are performed over the counter. Participants trade with one another through a worldwide network of banks, brokers, and other financial institutes. Now, let me say this briefly, class. Now, what is FX? FX is more or less like is a means or is a larger financial market where you and I will trade. What are we trading? We are not trading biscuit and milk there. We are actually trading currency pairs. Currency pairs that we can either predict whether we can buy or we can sell. Now, listen, this is not the same with crypto. Crypto is a situation whereby you trade coin. You do pair to pair, you buy, you sell, you can even do your analysis. Are you with me? But for Forex, it's basically for buying and selling of currency pairs. Now, over $5 trillion is dropped in the market daily for you and I to profit from. Let's say, for instance, someone might be asking, how much do we even have in this market to enjoy? How much do we even have in this market to profit from? It is $5 trillion. The question is, how much can you tap from it? Like today, to the glory of God, I got some money from this $5 trillion I was dropped in the market today. That's onto my own life account. Are you with me? Now, when do we usually trade these pairs? We trade these pairs 245. It's only on cryptocurrency I know that you can trade cryptocurrency exactly at, you can trade cryptocurrency on what they call it, 247. But for Forex pairs, they are majorly 245. Are you with me? And what time zone are we even looking at? We are looking at London, New York, Tokyo, Zurich, Frankfurt, Hong Kong, Singapore, Paris, Sydney. What time frame are we looking at? We are looking at what trading section are we are looking at? Asia, European, and America section. You see these three things I just listed are the sections that are usually used when trading Forex. Like for instance, for America, what they spend there is fiat. Their fiat is USD. Fiat is just a currency note. It's just a note which a country spends. Like for instance, the fiat for Nigeria is Naira. The fiat for America is USD. Are you with me? So with that, come with me. You'll notice that on my screen, there are two animals, the bull and the bear. The bull is for the buyers and the bear is for the sellers. You look at these two animals very closely, class. These two animals are facing themselves. What does that connote? It means that in the financial institute, the buyers and the sellers are always targeting themselves. I've never seen, if you have seen here, you can attest to it. I've never seen where buyers and sellers they go the same way. The buyers and the sellers, they always what? They oppose themselves. Who is entitled to trade Forex? One, the major body that actually trades Forex is the central bank. And what central bank are we looking at? We are looking at the European Central Bank. We are looking at Central Bank of Nigeria. We are looking at Bank of England. We are looking at Bank of Canada. Are you with me? We are looking at Bank of America, Bank of Japan. Are you with me? All these are central banks that are majorly in the market. That's why if you notice a big drive or a sell or a buy in the market, it means that these central banks, they finally come into this market. And they come into the market with a drive for big force. Now, let me just give a short analysis. What if I want to buy spare parts in Japan? Actually, the spare parts are Toyota parts. Now, if eventually I decide to go to what they call it, I go to Japan, it means I'm going to deposit in Bank of Japan. So depositing in Bank of Japan, this is what happens because what I'm depositing there is heavy. The currency pair will tend to be what? We tend to be how will I put it? Will be heavy. So it means that the market will be short greatly. Are you with me? It means that the market will what? Be short greatly. Now, another subordinate or another institute that are responsible for this, they are the commercial banks. Example of commercial banks are Eco Bank, Keystone Bank, Guaranteed, Trust Bank, Zenith, so on and so forth. All these banks they trade for it. I'm lying, go to the headquarters. You see major bodies that trade for it. If you're a banker here, you know what I'm saying. Are you with me? Now, I'm not saying bankers don't make money from all these 150 alerts and code that they trade. But the truth is, they also trade financial institutes. That's where they get their good money. There's a way to be so good in this business. Firms will be calling you. Can you please trade for us? This is the percentage we offer you. For instance, I got a call recently from somebody. It was a big firm in Enugu there. They needed me to come over to help them out. We are presently on that, even though we've not reached an agreement because of my time and all of that. Now, another institutes that trade forex are multinational corporations. Multinational corporations are bodies that they are actually responsible for. Okay, we can take your 500,000 and trade with it. Are you with me? So all these corporations, there are some places that they'll tell you that bring 1 million. At the end of this 1 million, at the end of the month, we'll give you 10% of your 1 million. Those people, they are not foolish. I'll tell you what they do. In this market, you must not, no matter how good you are, you must not rush this market. So what they do is they want to be sure that they are actually using a good money management or a good risk management, so that if they take, for instance, bring 1 million, anytime you see financial institute tell you bring 1 million, at the end of the month you give 1.8 million, it's better for you to run. Because one thing you should know is those financial institutes, they are not nobody can ever control the financial the forex market. We only try our best to use our indicators and strategies to know what is right and when to enter the market. Are you with me? So all these people, what they do is they want to trade so that they will be sure that your 1 million is still in their account. Why do you think there are some firms, forex firms particularly, when they trade with your money, after some time, what happens? You notice that they fold up. Those who they stole my money, they did this. I'm sorry, it's not really their fault. We trade, we know what we're talking about. So all these bodies, they like to give out what they know that it will be convenient for both you and them. So that's why I buy multinational corporations. Individual investors are you and I. You and I, we are the set of people that we know that how much do we even have that we can trade in the financial institute. So individual investors are individual, but like as I have a friend I was discussing with. The guy said that there's this company he registered with I think he said $85, that when you trade for them, that they'll give you a certain percentage. See, I'm not saying those things are not possible, but I believe something in my life. If you learn something, it's an advantage to you. And as I don't need to trade for any firm. If I ever trade for any firm or I trade for anybody, It's based on my percentage. But that doesn't mean I don't have my own life account. My life account, to the glory of God, I see my profits and it goes well for me. So that is that. Now, I presented a flow chart, or I prepared a flow chart. Look at it. Central banks there in the middle. Major banks are the commercial banks, multinational corporations, then individual investors. Individual investors are the same things, is the same thing rather as retail trader. Don't worry, this PDF I'll give it to you. Now, there are two types of currency. Yes, no, let me do a short analysis. Currency pair is when you have a combination of two currencies. For instance, I know that, for instance, euro is for the spending in European countries. Then USD is spent in America. Now, euro is a currency of a country. USD is a currency, a fiat of a country. Now, when you compare the two of them together, it becomes a currency pair, just like our slippers, a pair of slippers. Left leg is actually a slip-on. Right leg is a slipper. Now, when you combine the two of them together, it's a pair of what? Slipper. That's how it is. Now, on currency pair, the first listed currency pair is called the base currency, and the second listed currency is called the code currency. The first listed currency is called the base currency. The second listed currency is called the code currency. Look at it. The first one is euro. The first one is what? Euro. Euro is the base currency, and the quote currency is what? USD. Euro is the base currency, and the quote currency is what? USD. Now, the next one is GBP AUD. GBP is the base currency. AUD is the quote currency. I repeat, GBP is the base currency. AUD is what? The quote currency. Now, class, in Forex, there are three kinds of metal you can trade. One, there's gold. Gold, the symbol of gold, for those that do chemistry in school, the symbol of gold is AU. Now, there's silver. The symbol of silver is AG. And there's another type of metal you can trade in Forex. That metal is called polonium. Polonium is another form of metal you can also trade in the financial institute. Now look at it. For XAU USD, quickly class, I want you to use the chat box. Who can tell me the base currency here and the quote currency? For XAU USD, who can tell me the base currency and the quote currency here? Yes, I listened. For XAU USD, who can tell me the base currency and the quote currency here? Use the chat box. Use the chat box. Who can tell me the base currency and the quote currency for XAU USD? I need the base currency and the quote currency. Who can tell me that? Okay. Okay. You can use the chat box. Base currency. Oh, Mr. Victor, you are blessed. Mr. Victor Chuku, you are blessed. Said XAU is the base currency and USD is the quote currency. Thanks so much. It shows you understanding what we are doing. Thanks so much. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's that. Let's proceed. The next one is exchange rate. Exchange rate is the rate at which one country's currency will be exchanged for another. It is also regarded as, for another, it's also regarded as value of one country's currency in relation to another. But when we believe that one currency will rise against another currency, we buy. Or we believe that one currency we buy and we sell the weak currency. Now let's do a short mathematics. See, I don't like talking too much at this section. Let's come here. Let's say I have a currency pair. Please, I'm assuming what I'm doing. and it's Euro USD. Now, let's say the S Euro is 800, which I'm not so sure of. I'm just assuming. Let's say USD is 400. Please, I'm assuming. I know USD is not 400. Now, let's say you know that Euro is 800. Please, I'll quickly say something. If the network should throw us off, you know, Nigeria network, even if you have 50G, network is a major problem. Please, I will always connect you back, or I send on that link. Zeros, we definitely was cancel zeros. 0 divided by 0 will give you what? So 8 divided by, please, I can't hear anything. I'm sure it's on. If you know you can hear me clearly, just type 1 in the chat box. I can hear this man clearly. Type 1 in the chat box. If you know you can hear me clearly, type 1 in the chat box. God bless you, Mr. Victor. Who else? Who else? I just need one more one. God bless you, Mr. Thank God. He who is he. You are blessed. Well done, sirs. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, for Euro USD, if I have Euro to be zeros cancel zeros, 8 divided by 4 is what? That's 2.000. That's 2.000. Now, class, let's say in an hour later, Mr. Victor sends me, Mr. Godspower, hey, Mr. Victor, what? Euro has increased in the market. To what? To 900. Let's say the man says that Euro has increased in the market to 900. So that will be what? Please, I'm only going to be talking about Euro. Please. Normally, when Euro increases in the market, USD should be dropping. That's the Forex market for you. If you look at the two animals I showed you previously, it means they are opposing themselves. Are you with me? It means that they are opposing themselves. If Euro is 900, then USD should be reducing normally. But I don't have any business with USD here. I want to talk about some things here. That's why I'm specifying on Euro. 800 divided by 400. Zeros cancel zeros. Do your mathematics. 9 divided by 4. 9 divided by 4 will give you what? 2.250. I said 2.25000. Now, if this is gotten, if you observe, Euro increased in the market from 800 to 900. If I were you, what will I do? I will enter that market as a buy. I repeat, if Euro should increase in the market from 800 to 400, what will I do? I will enter that market as a buy. Now, what if Euro reduced in the market from 800 to 700 or 600? So that will be 600 divided by 400. Zeros cancel zeros. 2 year 2, 2 year 3. So 3 divided by 2 is what? 1.500. So if I have 1.500, it means that if Euro should increase in the market from this to 900, then I should be buying in the market. Then if Euro should increase from here to this place, then I should be selling in the market. Please, this method is not the same for Bitcoin. You know, in Bitcoin, when you are buying, When you buy in Bitcoin, let's say the price increases, what do? That is when, let's say you bought Bitcoin at $18,000 and it now increased to $80,000. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to sell it. Let's say you invested $500. I mean, you're a big man. You just made 400% of what you invested in. You just made 400% of what you invested. So, in other words, you can, in that case, you can sell because what? It has boosted up. And if you don't want to sell, you can leave it. I have a friend, even when when crypto is making all-time high, all-time high is ATH. When it has reached the highest point, he will even be telling you, bring your Bitcoin, let me buy. Because he has foreseen what is likely to happen. So that's that. When the euro increases in market, you buy. When it's reducing in market, you sell. Let's proceed, please. Now, the next one is fundamental and technical analysis. Fundamental analysis is a way of looking at the forex market by analyzing economic, social, and political forces that may affect currency price. The idea behind this type of analysis is that if a country's currency future outlook is good, its currencies should strengthen. And the better shape a country economy is, the more foreign businesses and investors will invest in that country. This results in a need to purchase that current country's currency to obtain those assets. Sorry, you see all this is I'm reading is English language. I'll give you PDF to read and I'll give you my recorded video. Please, I don't beg you. I personally have a YouTube channel. When you watch this video successfully, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Secondly, click on the notification bell so that I can see. Sometimes on my YouTube channel, I don't only drop videos I create here. Sometimes inspiration might just come and my own site just give you some. Like recently, I've been so busy. If you check my YouTube channel, last night I dropped was NFP news. I'm thinking of dropping something very soon on pending orders. So my student will be asking me, oh, sir, pending orders, how do you go about it? I think it's time to create it and drop for some pending orders, trade stopping, and some ways to manage your trade. So please subscribe so that you get updates of those videos. And please, you can share these videos to your loved ones. You're not the only one who should be enjoying this alone. There are some people that need this help. So many of the classes I've conducted in this place, especially this period now, were referrals. People like, I got this video. I heard you're a forex trader. Please, can you help me? I need to attend your training. And they're taking training, and today they are doing well. They are happy. So please, let's try to share these videos, subscribe, and do all these things. Thank you. So let's proceed quickly. Now, what this means is fundamental analysis is a way of news trading. Are you with me? Fundamental analysis is a way of news trading. Like, don't worry, I'll teach you news trading on day 4. I'll teach you news trading on day 4. For instance, let's say news came to the market that euro has gone down. And that news comes into the market probably, let's say that news comes to the market probably 5 minutes ago. If euro is down, remember, euro is the base currency. And probably the currency pair was even euro USD. If euro is the base currency, what do? You sell that market immediately. At this point, if you are making profit, you trade stop, you follow up. Sometimes that market condition can be there for 3 days and you make bastard profit on it. So that's why this thing is just sense and logic. And this I will explain to all of you. Now, fundamental is a way of using the market to analyze the sites to analyze the market. Like I said, I will explain fundamental analysis fully in the day 4 class. Now, the other class is, the last slide for today is technical analysis. This is the study of price pattern on particular assets. There are many ways to identify patterns in the market, but most technicians will focus on the following: technical analysis, price charts, and the rest. Now, listen, if you're a trader here or you are new, The major section of Forex is tech analysis. There are two parts of Forex: fundamental analysis and tech analysis. You see that tech analysis, that is where you need to focus more on how you can use your indicators to buy and sell. There are 1,001 indicators in the world, but the truth is, which indicator works well for you? Do you really have a good idea of these indicators? I used to see some people, what they create on YouTube. Come and learn moving average in 5 minutes. Come and learn this blah, blah, blah in 10 minutes. The question is, are they really teaching those things well? Are they really teaching those things well? I have so many experiences that if I tell you, you laugh. There are many times that I get videos on YouTube to watch and learn. They'll be purely useless. I've bought courses that on Udemy that they were in dollars that they were both useful and useless. But I did not that until I got the right way to trade these things. So please, tech analysis is a way of using what trading with tools, Fibonacci level lines, trend lines. I'll teach this in subsequent classes. So that is that. Please, is there any question before we go? If there's any question, you can mute yourself. I think I'll permit you to mute yourself. You can mute yourself. Is there any question before we go? Is there any question before we go? Okay, if you don't have any question, I want to give you the last note. Class, this is the one of the class. If anybody is telling you that Forex is a business whereby you use $100 to make $800, my brother, my sister, I am not saying it is not possible, but to what percentage? It can never exceed 2%. So in other words, what I'm trying to say here is the only way to survive in this business is for you to be patient and for you not to be greedy. If you are greedy, you hate it. Thank you very much, class. I'll see you tomorrow. Please, I'm sorry about today's late entrance. If tomorrow, 8 p.m., the link shall be dropped exactly. Thank you very much, guys. Good night and have a wonderful night rest. I will send the PDF right now and the YouTube link so that you all can watch and benefit from it. Yes, I'll send the YouTube link, sir. I will. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Bye.